Last season, Borussia Dortmund got to the final of the UEFA Champions League. In the 2011 and 2012 season, they won the German Bundesliga title back-to-back. But right now, the story is different. They are rocking the bottom, just 3 wins from 13 games. Now, can Jurgen Klopp get them out of this situation? That's a big question because he has said he is not going to resign. He will definitely try as much as possible to ensure that they don't go on relegation, not even battling for Champions League spot. Relegation, that's what they will be battling this season. It's a sad one for a club who got to the final of the Champions League just last season. Hello and welcome. I'm Cecilia Omogbe and you're watching Sports This Morning. First, let's take a look at the major headlines. And table tennis is getting hotter in Nigeria. There is another tournament, and this time around, it is a President's Cup, and 1.8 million naira is at stake for this one. And Tyson Fury is more furious after he knocked out Derek Chisora. Now he wants to fight Vladimir Klitschko. Well, maybe his undefeated run will just come to an end after he, or rather if he's able to fight Vladimir. Also on the program, this man you're seeing on your screen, he may be 36, but he won't stop making the headlines. He just entered the NBA history book as the first player ever to score 30,000 points and 6,000 assists. It's a big one for Kobe Bryant this morning. Join me and Tara Salam for these and more after this Bundesliga highlights where Bayern Munich equals Stuttgart record, and of course Wolfsburg maintained their second spot with a win over Mönchengladbach last night. Taya Salam is here with me. Taya, good morning. It's been a very, very busy weekend.
Yeah, definitely busy all across Europe, especially. We just saw the Bundesliga highlight there. A couple of very interesting games. Then Bayern Munich it doesn't look like anybody will stop them from winning a 25th National League title. And in England as well, too, it's really hotting up. Man City, took advantage of Chelsea's dropping points against Sunderland to narrow the gap. So it was a really big weekend for sports, boxing as well. So talking a little bit of Formula One as well. Mercedes celebrating their success for 2014.
Yeah, it's really been busy. It's really been a really busy weekend. But first, let's start from home, of course. Before we start that, you guys will also get to talk to us on Twitter and on Facebook. Now, the gist is, it's just a gist, but I just want you guys to participate. How much do you think Coach Stephen Keshi should be paid? Because we know that Nigerian Football Federation is retaining him. And how much do you think he should be paid? Some are saying 7 million. And while the former FA wanted 5 million, retaining what he was earning before when they were going to extend his contract. But reports everywhere indicate that he might just be earning close to 7 million naira a month. That's huge. But Nigeria factor is really not very constant. But whatever's going to happen, how much do you think he should earn? 7 or 5 million? It's just for us to get you guys talking this morning on Sports This Morning. You have it on the screen, the feedback mechanism. Talk to us on Twitter and on Facebook. And of course, you get to hear your thoughts tomorrow. What you think about it is definitely he will be retained. But how much do you think he's really worth? Especially judging from the fact that, well, in his last days before the whole crisis started, he wasn't really getting good results, so to speak. But he has done so well in the past. Should he be consolidated on that based on the fact that he's the first Nigerian coach to actually lead Nigeria to lead the Super Eagles to the Nations Cup title and also get to the last 16 of the second round of the World Cup? You get to talk to us on that. But first, I'll ask Tyrone, what do you think about all this?
Yeah, what I think is we're not sure really.
We're just speculation. Just like debates.
These are all reports that Keshi will just be retained as the coach. Will sign a new contract as a coach of the Super Eagles. Nothing has been confirmed yet. The NFF, the body in charge of this particular issue, haven't really come out to state officially that they will be keeping Keshi, but which is going based on
body language,
body language.
Amaju Pinnick said on Sunrise last week. It's obvious that...
No, it's not obvious for me, not for me. From what I said in Sunrise all the time, right, I didn't really get the fact that he really wanted to retain Stephen Keshi. It felt more like he didn't have a choice. Because we remember when he first came on board, I remember he said vividly they wanted Keshi to go, they wanted to bring in a foreign coach so they can move forward. All of a sudden that tune has changed now, and it looks like Keshi will be staying. But talking about the money we'll be earning, the last time around, his last contract, it was on 5 billion naira. And we remember when he was negotiating a new contract, he really wanted to go above that. And the talk then was there was not enough money. So I'm wondering where the money has come now all of a sudden to get 7-8 million naira a month. But then he is the coach, he knows his worth, and I believe he sat down with his managers and everybody, all the stakeholders, and he believes that's what he should be getting. If that's the case, congratulations to him. That's a massive increase in salary if you want to think about his last time, like I said, not qualifying Nigeria for the Nations Cup.
Okay, it's going to be a massive one for him, and if he gets it, well, will he really be regular? That's another question entirely. I won't be focusing on that. Well, enough of Coach Stephen Keshi this morning talking about what is happening in Lagos, December 10th and 11th. You're going to be seeing another tournament in Lagos. It's going to be the very first edition of the President Cup, and winners, all the players participating, 16 singles, male and female, will definitely, each of them will go home with something, but the total prize money is 1.8 million. That is really a big one coming from the Nigeria Table Tennis Federation. This is still another avenue for them to say that they're not stopping at just organizing the classics and different tennis tournaments. They're going higher. There's going to be players from all parts of the countries, and of course other players outside the countries can also come and participate.
Yeah, massive one, massive one. The revolution really for table tennis continues. We've seen recent successes, and now the sport itself has been developing in the past couple of years. So I think the entity are really, they're doing a great job, and I hope they continue in that light. It's going to be a very interesting tournament. There's no doubt about it. The venue definitely is the Molade Okoya Thomas Hall at the Testing Balogun Stadium. Tennis fans really, if they want to enjoy themselves, should really make it a date on December 10th and 11th.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, the criteria for invitation is going to be based on the fact that, players in the top 4 in Nigeria, and of course the performance this season of the various players, how far you've gone this season. So all of them, or these we put together to send out invitations to players that will be coming. We know definitely players like Ojo Olapo will definitely be there. Of course, Haruna Kwabri is the biggest star of the moment presently in Nigeria. He will be there, likes of Cecilia and all others. They will definitely be part of this tennis championship. It's really a huge one and a big one, of course, and according to the organizer here, they said that all accepted invitations should get to them by 9th of this month. So by 10th, they will definitely continue. So every player listed for the competition will be rewarded with cash and Wadi star prizes, definitely 250,000 Naira. But for another one is that the last day of the tournament for the award, then you're going to be having an award for the player of the year and as well as the young player of the year. So these players will be honored at the event. That's the last day of the event, which is going to be on the 11th.
Yeah, it's a good one, really. And no matter how you look at it, 250,000 Naira star prize for 2-day events, it is big. There's no two ways about it. So I'm sure all the top tennis players in Nigeria will be, they're already champing at the beat to participate at this particular tournament. All I can do is wish them good luck and wish them a good tournament.
Yeah, definitely the best of tournaments. And I wish and hope that all other associations will take a cue from this federation, especially the Tennis Federation. ITF, NTF, I think they really need to step up their game because it seems the Governors' Cup happens to be the biggest one, followed by the CBN. After that, you don't really have much of it. But table tennis, almost once in every 3 months, you get to have new tournaments. And the players internationally are doing so well. Hopefully, well, the likes of the guy who actually won the last Governors' Cup, Michael, will get to have more sponsors and get to play an international tournament. And of course, you get to bring in more tournaments in Nigeria. And that will definitely go a long way to help them because they said they just play 2 or 3 tournaments in a whole year. And you have players who play like week. Let's remove the week now. Like almost every month they go for different tournaments that they participate in. But Nigerian players, it's always very difficult for them because you don't really have much tournament for them to attend. Okay, we'll go for a break now. We're going to the Dutch League where FC20 actually missed a chance to close the gap in the league as they lost at home to Groningen by 2-1. Let's enjoy the highlights.